Okay, great. Well, we'll get started. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for this webinar on House of Waine in Nairobi. As always, the webinar will be recorded and we'll be sending it out in a follow-up towards the end of the week. And we also will send out the House of Waine listing to the accommodation hub, where you'll be able to find rates, images, fact sheets, sample itineraries, and everything that you need to sell House of Waine. The webinar will also be uploaded to our YouTube channel, so you can check it out there and catch up on some of our other webinars there also. And any questions, just pop them in the Q&A and I will get to them at the end. So House of Waine. House of Waine is located in Karen, just on the outskirts of Nairobi. So it's a boutique hotel. And just some quick facts about the hotel. We are 11 bedrooms and a 2-bedroom exclusive use cottage. We're in the quiet suburb of Karen, so it's a beautiful kind of location just on the outskirts of Nairobi, in between the National Park and the Ngong Hills. And it really is a place where you kind of want to be staying if you are routing through and staying in Nairobi. There's a lot of attractions here, which I'll touch on at the end as well. In terms of access, we are about 45, well, to be honest, 30 minutes from the international airport with that new highway. And then about a 20-minute drive then to Wilson Airport. So that's the domestic airport in Nairobi. In terms of rates, full board, you are looking at $705 per room, and the suite at $835 per room. And as I said, in terms of activities, Karen is definitely the place that you want to be staying when you're in Nairobi. We're very close to the Shelvick Trust and Giraffe Centre, and there's a lot going on there, which your guests can do. So again, just for some sense of place, we are located on the outskirts of Nairobi, and this is where most of your guests will be flying into after that international flight. We also offer a really great day offer. So this is great for those guests who have, say, a longer layover and just kind of would rather get out of the airport. So for $60 per person, we offer a welcome drink, 3-course lunch or dinner, and use of the swimming pool and a change in facilities. So it's not a room, but it is just a use of the hotel's facilities and just a really nice place to kind of relax and base yourself for those longer layovers. So this is just the outside of the hotel. So even from this photo here, you can see, surrounded by kind of gorgeous, lush gardens. And the hotel itself, it's a family-run hotel. So the look and feel here is kind of very home from home. It's, as I said, it's only 11 bedrooms, so very small and intimate. And it's family run, and the name Waine is actually derived from the first initial of each of the children. And you do really kind of get that sense of a home from home here. For those of you that like previously know House of Waine, it was refurbished at the end of 2021. So just a lot more contemporary in its look and feel, and just slightly elevated. So it's really gorgeous place to kind of base yourself to explore this area. And as I said, surrounded by kind of beautiful, lush gardens, really nice places for guests kind of just relax, particularly after, getting off a long flight. And as well, we have our pool and pool pavilion. And this is where there are changing facilities. And just here in this picture, you can also see the 2-bedroom cottage. So I'll talk a bit more about this in the end, but it's just kind of set back from the hotel. So really nice kind of exclusive use option for kind of small families here. In terms of dining, dining is real kind of like warm, hearty food, and the service here is excellent. We are a small hotel, and we can really cater for the specific needs of each guest, and it never feels busy. It's always a very kind of private, intimate experience. And so yes, in terms of rooms, we are 11 bedrooms in the main hotel, and then the 2-bedroom cottage. And each of the rooms has like a different name and different theme. So, really spacious, and, all kind of overlooking these gardens. So big windows, they're really bright, let lots of light in. And as I said, the hotel was refurbished at the end of 21. So, really elegant rooms, very stylish. And then this is also our suite. So the hotel only has one suite, but really nice for those guests who I suppose are staying a couple of extra days in Nairobi. Um, and then we also have our interleading rooms. So the interleading rooms then are located kind of at one wing of the hotel. So really great if you have a bigger group or a multi-gen family. It's almost as if they can take kind of one end of the hotel, so it all feels very private and exclusive. So this here is our interconnecting rooms. And as I said, each of the rooms all have a slightly different look and feel. Um, and then we have our two-bedroom cottage. So as I said, it's just kind of slightly set back from the hotel in front of the pool area. And this is a really nice option, I think, for kind of young families or smaller families. So here we have our ensuite bedroom, and then we have a smaller single room then. So this room is quite small. So I suppose a good option for kind of young families who just want that kind of private experience, kind of to be away from other guests. You would not fit another bed in here. You potentially a cot, but we do kind of recommend that for kind of more smaller families. And then we also have conferencing facilities. So we do accept domestic and international conferences. But again, it's set to a different kind of wing of the hotel. So if there is a conference, it never impacts the experience of other guests. And then we also have our library. So between the library and, the areas around the reception and of course the gardens, there's really nice spaces for kind of guests to kind of break out and, relax really. Um, and then in terms of activities, as I said, we're located in Karen, so really close proximity to the Sheldrake Trust, Giraffe Centre. If you have clients who are out of Africa, France, or very close to Karen Blixen Museum, and also the Karen Golf Club. So, Nairobi's a really cool place to explore, and we often say it's a bit of a shame that, people kind of they arrive in and they just rush out on safari. When there's actually a lot to see and do here, particularly in Karen. And there's a lot of really cool shops and markets, art galleries, and really cool restaurants. So it's a really kind of vibrant city. So, if you have guests who have a long international flight, it's really worth staying a day in Nairobi and exploring it. And also just to kind of, relax and regroup before or after safari. Um, so that actually brings me to the end of the presentation. It is quite a small hotel. We don't really need to delve into different kind of room categories and that, so I can get through it quite quickly. But if there are any questions, please do pop them in the Q&A or the chat box, and I can answer them now. Also, if you do think of anything that comes to mind after, you can always pop me an email and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But yes, I can't seem to see any questions. So yes, that appears to be it. But thank you for joining me for this very quick introduction to House of Waine. As I said, if you think of anything else, please do let me know. And I will get back to you on that. So thank you for joining me and have a lovely rest of your evening.